Do you think there will be a big push to inform consumers about how to use 2D barcodes as we get closer to 2027?
So here's the kicker on this one. Several years ago, when this was all just ramping up and starting, everyone was concerned about what about self-checkout? What about consumers? Um, and then you see live implementations. Woolworths in Australia, one of their largest retailers, rolled it out. Didn't need to train anybody. They just did it. The barcodes are placed in similar places. It's the same type of process. It's a very natural thing. And in terms of the consumer engagement piece, especially post-COVID times, when you see a QR code, you recognize and know what to do with it. They're on kids' homework nowadays, right? The QR code will pop up a video and cereal boxes and billboards, and um, consumers recognize. They might not know what it's called. They might not know anything about it. Nobody knows who GS1 is, but people know that, hey, I just have to point my phone at this thing and it'll give me something. So the consumer piece, what we continue to learn and challenge and really test out is there's not that much to teach them. It's really a natural flow of behavior that was already started through other means. Again, especially with the increase of no touch in COVID, QR codes became everything. In some markets, far, far more than we see in the US.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that the ongoing growth of digital product passports, and as that becomes more than just a European initiative, it begins to grow globally, I think there'll be a common standard that people have an expectation that I can connect with my product to that digital product passport. And what we look at is, from our perspective, a QR code is an implied call to action. So you don't have to say, scan this. Everybody now knows, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
we know what to do. We pull out our phone instinctively and scan the QR code. So to your point, what's behind the QR code, that's a bit of a mystery as brands and marketers are learning to evolve and grow that. But from the consumer standpoint, I agree. At this point, I think we've all been trained pretty well that, again, that implied call to action, I know when I see it, I can scan it and do something with that. And as brands get smarter about how they really evolve their own part of the experience, it's really the GS1 Digital Link is the gateway to that really growth and engagement with the consumers.